Today I'm excited to continue on a series that I started a while back called Restore My Grocery Budget. In this series, I challenge myself to choose something that I buy regularly from the grocery store. So I'm going to take you to the grocery store. We are going to pick an item and I'm going to show you how I make it from scratch at home. And I'm going to also compare the quality, quantity, and cost and really see if it's worth it to make it at home instead of buying it from the store. My goal is to encourage you and uplift you and to challenge you to really up your skills in the kitchen. Through the course of this video, I hope to not only take you to the grocery store, show you some of the prices of yogurts, do a little bit of compare and contrast, but we're also going to go through a little bit more in depth the process of making yogurt. I'm going to share with you a few tips to show you just how simple it can be to help you overcome some of the troubleshoots. Also show you how I store my yogurt away and make it so convenient for our family to just grab on the go, just as convenient as the little containers are in the grocery store. So let's head out to the store. So I know prices of yogurt will vary depending on where you live and what stores you're going to. I'm just going to my local Walmart. We live in a very rural area. One benefit of making your own yogurt at home is you can control how much sugar is going to be in your yogurt and also food colorings. I personally would never buy these cereal flavored yogurts just because they're so high in sugar and it just seems gross to me. What I do usually get is a bulk size of yogurt, and I'm going to be grabbing one of these Greek plain yogurts as a culture for making my own yogurt. And it will make so much more yogurt than what I can find here at the store. I do like to look at the different flavors though and get some flavor profile ideas for my own homemade yogurt, like this mixed berry. It looks like most containers have 5 ounces of yogurt in them, and so that's what I will be comparing today, is that amount. I know it's kind of seems silly that you would buy yogurt from the store to make more yogurt, but the important piece is that you need a live culture. What you can do is use your homemade yogurt to start a new culture. But what I've studied and read and researched is that you can only do this for 2 or 3 times before you're going to need to get a brand new culture. So that's one benefit of buying a culture from a natural food store, buying it, I think it comes in a powder form, is that it's much stronger and it can keep your yogurt, you can draw from it for much longer. So if you have tried that, why don't you put that down in the comments below and share with me how you do that. I would love to see how that turns out. But for today, we're just using yogurt from the store to bring cultures to our homemade yogurt. So before you get started, you're going to want to look at your Instapot manual and see what your yogurt setting says on here. And you might want to press a few buttons before you get started with this process just to see how your Instapot works and how the programming for yogurt works. So on my Instapot, when I press the yogurt button, it goes to the 8-hour setting. Now this would be the long-term 8 hours. Now if I press it again, it says boil. So this is the setting. This is where I want to take it off and pour in my 8 cups of milk. And then I'm going to close the lid and let it come to that high temperature. Then I'm going to test it with my candy thermometer and see if it's reached the 180-degree mark, and then I'm going to take it right off. After my yogurt has cooled to 110 or below, I'm going to press Well, I'm gonna press cancel on this, and then I'm gonna press my yogurt again until it goes to the 8-hour setting. Whenever I've let my yogurt go to 8 hours, it's always super watery and runny. And I have found a better consistency and thickness of yogurt between 6 to 7 hour mark. So there's a good tip for you. You'll notice that once your yogurt has sat in the fridge overnight, that it's a bit thicker than it was when it was at room temperature, or than it was when it was warm. Once you have strained the liquid off, you could do that by ladling with a spoon some of the liquid, or you could also use a cheesecloth and actually strain it, which I have never wanted to go through the mess of putting it through the cheesecloth. I'd rather just ladle it with a spoon, try to figure out how to get it right, and go from there. This process is supposed to be simple and slightly convenient. Before I put it in my jars, I'm going to mix it up here, and then I'm gonna show you how I store my yogurt. Now, when it comes to storing my yogurt, I prefer to use these 1/2 pint mason jars. You can just pick up a package like this. It comes with a package of 12. I remove the ring that it comes with, and I prefer to use these plastic lids. They work on any regular mouth mason jar. I will put down the link below in the description box for both the mason jars and where I get these caps on Amazon. But they're just so much easier to put in the lunchbox, for the kids to pull out, and they just pop the lid off and enjoy the yogurt. So that's what I'm gonna be using today. For sweetener today, I'm gonna be using some honey, and for toppings, there are so many different directions you could go, but I'm gonna go with some frozen berries here and some chia seeds. I'm going to measure out 5 ounces of yogurt for each jar, just so we can compare a little bit more accurately the quantity and pricing for the sake of this video. 5 ounces seems to be the pretty general amount that you will find in a yogurt canister from the store. Toppings is where you can really express your creativity here and really put in whatever you like. But you could put in chocolate chunks and coconut. There's so many different things you could put in, different nuts. You could do almond butters, peanut butters. There's so many different flavor profiles, so really get creative here. I'm even gonna put down in the description box some bonus flavors such as pina colada, chocolate peanut butter. There's gonna be some bonus flavors down below, so check that out in the description box to get some extra flavor ideas. Another great tip that maybe no one's told you about is chia seeds in your yogurt could actually act as a thickening agent to make that yogurt a little bit thicker, among all of the other health benefits that are already in it. So there's an idea for you. Sometimes with your Instapot, whatever you cooked last can be a remaining odor or smell in your Instapot. So if the last thing you cooked was savory pot roast, then sometimes that's what's left in here. You can buy a pack of these silicone rubber sealings. It comes in a pack of 3, and they're actually color coded. So you could label one sweet, you could label one just yogurt, and one savory. That way you're not mixing these savory flavors up with your sweet or dairy products that you're making. The rest of the Instapot, I suggest just cleaning it out with some hot soapy water. All right, the time we have all been waiting for
Drum roll, please. This is the conclusion of how to restore your grocery budget. Are we really saving money by making our yogurt at home instead of buying it from the store? And is it worth it? After totaling up the ingredients, it cost me about $1.95 to make 11 5-ounce canisters of yogurt today. They totaled to be about 17 cents per container of yogurt. Now, in comparison to what you're getting at the store, those are amazing savings. And that's not including all the toppings and sweeteners and things that you have to add. I just kept it simple by comparing just the yogurt. So you could try to add that up yourself if you want to. But I can honestly tell you, as a homemaker, a mother of small children, trying to find the thrifty answers to feeding my family and keeping them healthy, I am over the moon with these results. So let's start a discussion in the comments down below. What are you doing to save on your grocery budget? What are you making at home? And what would you like to see me make here on the channel to help you out with your grocery budget? You should definitely make some granola to go with your yogurt. It is delicious. I have a recipe for chocolate granola on the pioneerhome.com blog. You can omit the chocolate and add whatever nuts and flavors you want. I hope this video was encouraging and inspiring and in no way overwhelming. If you're just starting out with this, it will cost a little bit to get an Instapot and some of these materials. But once you have all these things, you can make yogurt like this for years to come. You can find all of the links to the equipment down in the description box below. Make sure to check out my last video and look forward to an upcoming video. I'm going to be comparing and contrasting bone broth to broths you find at the store, and I can promise you it's so much better. I'm also going to be tackling some home projects. Look forward to my upcoming plans on how I'm going to organize my horrifying laundry room entryway. Catch you next time. Love you lots.